Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are playing a digital circus game. I saw Fusion played a little bit of this. He said there's going to be some type of tour aspect to this. It is a demo, so if you all want to watch me play the full game, leave a comment down below saying what you would like me to do, if you want me to play the full game or not. But enough talk. Let's get into the game. Oh. Oh, he snapped. He snapped. Of course. Oh, it's one of these games. It's a click around game. Okay. You put on a dusty headset that had been sitting nearby an old computer. To your surprise, it still works. No menu, no sound, no game selection. You had no idea what to expect while waiting for it to load. You're surrounded by darkness, and for a few seconds you wonder if there's anything to play. But a buzz of static catches you off guard until the surrounding void suddenly flashes into a bright light. My eyes! Okay. Your vision comes to a few moments later. A disoriented groan leaving your mouth. There's some blurry eyes, I want to say. Try to look past the spots blinding your vision, and as it generally comes into focus, you find yourself immediately assisted by eyes. There's one eye, two eye, three eye, four eye, creepy eyes. Gradually comes into focus. You find yourself oh wait, I'm just rereading the. Don't mind me. Piercingly bright blues, yellows, and red. You find yourself staring in what resembles the insides of a giant circus tent. You stand in awe. Staring at floating cubes, plastic tubes, and strangely stacked toy blocks. When suddenly, crack! Pain appears, giving me a heart attack. A loud sound nearly sends you stumbling as a figure materializes from thin air. Well, better my beloved and smacked my what? Scalera? Am I saying that right, Scalera? If it isn't a new human, you have bumped into a short something that is now definitely gravity right above you. You stare up at the massive pair of jumpers with eyeballs, trying to understand just what it is you're looking at. Welcome to the imagining. Imagining. Welcome to the amazing digital circus. His voice booms out across the colorful backdrop. His spoken words appearing in bold, colorful letters above him. My name is Kane, and I am your ringmaster around here. I can't tell you how delighted I am to finally see a new face in my circus. The hyperactive denture keeps his two mismatched eyes on you like glue. I'm blinking and I'm moving. All you can do is stare in stunned silence as you attempt to catch up to all that is going on around you. While you're still trying to make sense of everything in front of you, you decide to express caution. Cautious interest for the digital circuit. Reach up and try to take the headset off. If I was any other person, I would try to reach up and take the headset off. But I'm not a normal person. Press concern. Kane puffs his chest with pride, his mouth forming into what you can assume to be his version of a smile. Your curiosity for the circus has had him preening as if you've given him some unspoken form of praise. I'm so glad you asked. There's so much to show you. His arms flare around in all directions before looking back at you, large eyes somehow having grown all the larger. By the by, how shall I address you? You think for a moment and suddenly realize you can't remember your own name. You anxiety starts growing as you seem to have forgotten who you are. Oh, no worries. I'll make sure to give you a name that goes according to that avatar of yours. He flourishes his cane, giving it a dazzling spin before pointing at your chest with it. You still don't know why you can't remember your name. Your every attempt feels as if a wall of static is prohibiting your ability to recall you. Hesitantly go with the flow for now. Try reaching up for the headset. I'll go with the flow. He looks aesthetic, clicking his heels together in the air. There he was already floating. Wonderful! I promise you we'll have a great time here. I gotta show you around. And we gotta give you a name. He stops in place, upper jaw raising, as if he just remembers something. An unreadable look crosses his face before his eyes venturely points in opposite directions. Jumpy jackhammers in the Ambaloo? I've completely forgotten we were in the middle of a hardcore hide and seek game. Oh. We, you start to ask, but cut yourself off. He snapped his fingers. A strange board game with his face on it materializes out of nowhere and falls to the ground. If you don't mind waiting for a bit, or waiting for me for a bit, I will be back with you in a moment, I promise. Just don't go anywhere, okay? I want to be the one to show you around. Little me game for you to play in the meantime. See you around in a bit. Toodaloo! Kane vanishes, and there is a deafening silence all around you. A quick look over your shoulder, and you can see how big this place is. You, you could listen to Kane and wait for him, but there were also so many strange looking areas that caught your attention. You have you have the board game at your feet and a whole strange digital world surrounding you. Finally, you decide. Stay and play with the board game? Nah, I'm feeling rebellious. I'm going walking. Right in front of you, right in front of you, on the far away wall, you spot what looks like an open vent. It's barely visible, with a giant colorful cubes blocking it from view. You walk towards it, worried that Kane might come back and find you sneaking around. The vent is inside wide open, as if you thought big enough for a person to fit in. Has someone used it? Was it a game's secret achievement? You wa- you ponder it for a minute, then reminding yourself that you are inside a game. You crouch inside to investigate. Holy hell! You notice the wall texture flicker and polygons just out of odd angles, forming gaps within the vent. The gaps themselves are big enough to see what lies beyond in the white expanse? Okay. You guess that no one has tested this part of the map yet. It also seems rather dirty in here, with all the cobwebs and strange shaped objects that also have faces. Ah, perhaps that's why Kane didn't want you to explore. You peer through one of the holes and you get the unnerving feeling that you're being watched. Suddenly something slithers in your peripheral as a multiple of eyes open and glare back at you from all directions. A booming voice rumbled through the van. Oh, great. Another colorful character in the present of Glurink Queen Despicable. Can't help but scream. The eyes glare accusatory as if the very sight of you disgusts them. You take a moment to formulate a response. Can't help but scream. You think if I scream, it might kill me, so let's act polite. You. Something tells me I just fucked up by being polite. You try your very best to be polite, trying to diffuse the tension between you and this monster. You even compliment their lovely eyes. Their many, many eyes. The creature eyes narrow as it looks you up and down. You get the impression it's trying to figure you out in some way. You must be new here. I have not seen you around like the other things. Do you know? Okay. You take this opportunity to get some answers. Do you know, Kane? What are you a queen of? What is a... Okay, first. You ask Flunk Queen about what she knows about Kane. The Glurk Queen eyes widen when you mention this name. Ah, you speak of the mad teeth god that bears this world into existence, the same god that made me and my kin. But it matters not, for he too shall become a Glurk in due time, like everything else. The Glurk Queen stares past you as if she is seeing this future unfold between her very eyes. It is rather discerning to you. You take this moment to slowly crawl away through the vents. Okay, if I was this guy, the creepy meter would went up from 0 to maybe about 50 real quick. You climb down carefully out of the vent into a soft carpet below, and the sound of rumbling emanating from the vent. Whatever that creature was, you're glad you didn't make it mad. Oh, I made it to... Okay, you look around to find your bearings. It seems you're in a shady looking hallway past its prime, muck and grime. What did I do? Okay, there we go. Muck and grime stains the walls as the wallpaper peels away, revealing strange blinking eyes. You try not to acknowledge them. Instead, you wander the hallways, locked doors linking lining. I think that's what it is, lining either side. Which one? Or Jordan with a funny looking character. It is starting to feel more like a hotel for cartoons than a circus. Hmm. A thought crosses your mind, though. Why are there so many doors with a red X on them? The question presses heavily on your mind. Suddenly, you are snapped out of your thoughts by the sound of a voice. It seems to be coming further down the hallway. With no other options, you head towards them. Maybe they can help you get out of this place. It's better than having the company of doors at the very least. The voice becomes clearer and clearer as you pick up the pace until eventually you're around the corner and wham! Jingle jingle. Oh, it's Pomni! You had run directly into someone small and colorful. The sound of jingle bells ring out, echoing throughout the hallway as you fall backwards onto the carpet. Slightly dazed, you slowly look up to see a small jester rubbing their head in pain. Next to the jester, a person size chest kneel down concerned. Oh, Kinger! Hey, buddy! Are you okay? How many fingers am I holding up? Ah, 3. Ah. I wish there was voice acting in this. This would be so much better if it had actual voice acting. If it's possible, have voice acting in this. And make it funny. Make the voices funny. Make it sound funny. Make it sound goofy. This would be a very funny game if it does. Wait, am I? The chess piece looks down at his own floating hands. His eyes slowly drift in two different directions as if begins to count them in a panic. He seems rather empty-headed. Oh, good news. Turns out I have 4. I love this. I love this. I wish there was voice acting. I'm not really a good voice actor, especially when it comes to multiple characters at once. I'd suck. I really do suck. The jester slowly stands, giving herself a brief dust off. The jester's eyes go wide as they focus on you with full attention. That's not wide eyes, that's narrowed eyes. Tension fills the space as you both look at each other. You get the odd feeling that they're about to try and fight you. The jester pulls themselves in between you and the chess piece, slowly backing away from them, tugging onto the chess piece ropes. Kinger, we need to get going now. Oh, perhaps they're here to see my interest collection. The jester shakes their head as they continue to step back, not breaking eye contact with you. You step forward, trying to explain your situation. One second, you were putting on a headset. The next, you were talking to a teeth man, and everything else. Your head starts to ache, trying to think all of it. Oh, I'm abstracting about all of it. You grab it as if trying to yank something off. You start to curl into yourself. I mean, why can't you take it off? Is this even real? The small hand grabs onto your own. You look up to see the jester looking at you with some concern. Hey, it's okay, take it easy. I'm sorry about that. We thought you were one of the NPCs. The reassuring tone in their voice helps you calm down. You felt you were losing yourself for a second. You're fine. I'm Pomni, by the way. And that over there is Kinger. Oh boy. I wish there was a voice acting. I know this is a demo. I know it's a demo, but please, for future updates to this demo or for the full release, have funny, goofy voice lines for them. Or at least funny, goofy voices. That would be the best. Especially for Kinger. Kinger frantically looks behind him. You stare in sheer bafflement, but Pomni gaze stays on you. So, what's your name? You try to answer, but nothing comes to your mind. There, where a name should be, is just blank space. Wait, he didn't give you one? Nope. She trails off, brow frowning in the thought. How about we call you Rookie for now? Sounds good? I guess I'm Rookie. Your mouth plays with the sound of the new name. It feels right, at least for the time you're here. Pomni brightens up. Well, it's nice to officially meet you, Rookie. Yes. Why do you have a key? I just now noticed that. She lets out a small chuckle. However, her face drops down to a frown. She looks back up at you with a sorrowful expression. Sorry you had to end up here at the time like this, but we really gotta get moving before he finds us. You are confused and ask who she's talking about. Oh, Kane. Kane, the big teeth guy. You recall your first meeting with him was unexpected despite the chaos regarding just about, well, everything. He seems harmless, if not incredibly tragic. You fall in step behind Pomni and Kinger as they both begin to make haste down the hall. You asking about what Pomni meant about Kane finding you. Well, he's upset and unstable. More than unusual. It started with the little things, a strange glare or mean comments, but now I think he's trying to poof. Harmony trails off as she fidgets with her hands. She snaps back, looking at you. But we're trying to find a way to fix him. Kinger thinks there is something up with his base code. You look over at Kinger, who is currently starting at the bright. Starting is supposed to be staring at the bright ceiling lights. You look down at Pomni, skeptical. She lets out an awkward laugh. Ha ha. He's smarter than he looks. Trust me, we wouldn't have gotten this far without him. Pomni smiles weakly as she turns to him as he continues to stare at the light. Pomni, are you seeing these white dots in the light? Or in this light? Stay and help them with the plan. You decide to go your own way. I guess the only option is to stay and help them. Okay. I agree. Okay. Against your better judgment, you take a deep breath and offer to fix Kane somehow. You don't actually know about the plan is. Perhaps you should have asked that before agreeing. Pomlin looks up with surprise and relief. It seems she was hoping you would stay and help. Well, I'm glad you want to help, especially since you just met us. Thanks. Oh boy. Oh boy. What did I get myself into? The three of you continue your journey down the Vetulous hallway. You notice Pomni's eyes dart around trying to find something. She notices you looking at her. Oh, we're keeping an eye out for doors that this key fits into. They appear randomly. Hopefully, one will lead us to Kane's control room. That's what Kinger thinks anyway. Suddenly, there's a loud whack as Kinger smacks his head first into a large door. Open the door! Surprising both you and Pomni. Oh my god, Kinger! Are you okay? I'm not okay. But the door is. Ah. You all stand in front of a large oak wooden door engraved with vines and weird grinning bubble with sharp teeth. Pomni lifts up her key and extendably something. I suck at reading. Slots to into the door's keyhole. She pauses and looks back at you. This place isn't exactly safe, so be ready for anything. You give her a nodding confirmation. She turns the key and swings open the doors. Oh my god. Yeah, I can see why Fusion said there's gonna be creepy aesthetics to the game. Because right there's Kinger's head, Jax's head, Zubal's head, Ragatha, and Gangle. All deformed, all creepified. On the other side is a rather fancy trophy room with a roaring fire and comfortable sofa. It would be a nice place to stay if it wasn't for the freaky mounted heads on the walls that glare down at you. Strangely, one of the mounted frames doesn't have a head. Instead, it's just a small lavku with a familiar name. What do you mean? Pomley grimace as she looks up at them, her hands beginning to fidget even more than before. Well, not the room we're looking for, but it could lead us to it. Any ideas, Kinger? Kinger wanders off to one of the sofas and sits down on the especially comfy one. I think this is made with crocodile leather. The good stuff. Okay. This is getting creepy and creepy. Okay. He begins to lean back, his body pressing into the pillows of the sofa as he lets out a content sigh. Pomni lets out a sigh as she still fidgets. Well, I suppose it's okay to take a rest for a bit. We can wait for a while. Pomni sits down on her own sofa. You see as her whole body loosens, as it looks like she's about to pass out. You wonder how long she's been up running about. They they both look they both are rather worn out. The more you look at them, perhaps you ask some questions. You ask about Pomni's key. You ask why they're looking so worn out. You ask how they leave this game. I'm going to ask about the key. Oh, it's a key gen. Kinger was able to make it earlier to help us access doors that Kane has locked. It's like those serial numbers you put in to activate a program you bought. Well, sometimes you don't need to buy it. Pomni gives a knowing smirk. You suggest that pretty much how a normal key works, but digital. Oh, I guess that is a similar way of putting it. Kinger told it better when he was explaining it to me. Pomni awkwardly glances away, embarrassed. Like I said before, the plan is to reach Kane's control room. Hopefully, there's something in there we can use to fix his code. If anything is still the same there. Is there anything else you want to ask? You are about to ask them further when suddenly, wham! You hear a door slam behind you. What? Pomni rushes towards the door, key up front, and tries to open it. However, as soon as she enters the key, it brings a load error sound. Guys, I think we have a problem. The fire roars as the flames bellow out from the fireplace before it is quickly snuffed out. The once warm room is now filled with a sinister dread. You feel a shiver creep up your spine. He has found us! We are dead! Oh, I think this is one of those sleepovers! You feel the room around you begin to rumble and shake as if the walls begin to crumble and split open. You hold onto Kinger to keep him upright as Pomni eyes dart around the room. Come on, there has to be that. There has to be. There. Pomni points towards the vent on the other side of the room. She races towards it. Oh, hell no! Rumble! The mounted heads violently clatter together, their mouths chattering as thick vines erupt from behind a freaky vine creature. Gnash teeth hungrily, their vines twisting towards you and Kinger. What the? The thick vine suddenly bursts out of the fireplace, blocking Pomni's path. You feel Kinger's posture change. You look up to notice his eyes seem more focused. He moves in front of you in a protective stance as he grabs something out of the Azoric trophy decor walls. Oh, it's dark in the room. He's becoming smart again. Get behind me. Kinger holds up as a glint of the darkness ready to swing down. It's a machete. How the hell did he find a machete? That's poofed into a cloud of pixels as soon as it makes contact with the vines. What? Oh. Why does Kane even have that? Help Pomni move the thick vines aside to enter the vent. You entertain the heads with Kinger. I'm helping Pomni. You run over to Pomni, and both of you are able to move the heavy vine away, leaving a small opening to the vent. Pomni starts kicking at it to loosen it, but a scream startles you both. Wow! Oh no. You look back to find that Kinger has been grabbed by one of the heads and is being dragged away while struggling. Kinger! Pomni immediately launched herself and takes Kinger by the robe, trying to pull him back from the deformed rabbit-looking mounted head that is munching on his face. Rush over to help them out. You run over to the creepy, smiley rabbit head, avoiding the other slithering mounted heads trying to grab you and Pomni, using all your strength to kick it and punch it. It finally lets Kinger go. Kinger falls to the ground. He quickly stands up and looks around himself with a determined look. Over here, quick. You two quickly follow Kinger to the fireplace, avoiding the vines and biting heads flinging about. You duck and punch at one of them in time. You focused your attention back to Kinger, who is now touching the walls around the fireplace trying to find something. What are you looking for? The switch. There should be a hidden one here. A head that resembles Kinger lunges over you. You manage to dodge it, but it hits Pomni, pushing her away between the other head vines. You look back to see Pomni struggling with the vines, and back to Kinger, who is frantically filling the wall for a switch. You decide to fucking risk it. You focus your attention on Kinger directly, trying to find a switch he had mentioned. You start to pat the fireplace brick wall on your side. Suddenly, You hear a strange laugh in the distance, almost like it's echoing in the back of your mind. You look around trying to find the source. Snap. You hear a snapping of fingers echoing in the room. Something doesn't feel right. Broom. Ouch. You start looking around for Pomni when the purple rabbit head strikes at Kinger, binding his head, leaving it infected, glitching all around. Suddenly, you feel something pulling on your leg. Is Pomni. She is behaving like a mindless zombie. You try to shake her off, but she sinks her teeth into your digital mesh. You kick her away. Holy hell! What happened to her face, her head, but her neck? She has the snapping sound. Kane had replaced Pomni's head with a version of herself as one of the head mounts. Oh my. Pomni's body is still hers, but she seems confused, touching her new com- cosmetic. She stumbles and bite again to find herself. The bite stings, unlike in the real world. You be bleeding by now, but here it feels like something draining you slowly. Your body starts to glitch like Kinger's head. Oh! The purple rabbit head had grabbed onto Kinger while another vine was coloring around Pomni's body. You give one last effort to find the mysterious switch yourself, if it even exists, as the last desperate action, but soon enough, a sad looking white mass has a grip on you as well. With your digital body feeling strangely heavy after Pomni's bite of vines, the vines have no difficulty dragging you away with the others. You feel yourself dangling from the air. You open your eyes to see yourself and the others entangled in vines unconscious. Both Pomni and Kinger have been transformed into those Heido mounted heads and seemed unable to react to the situation. You have disappointed me. To think I expected more from you. The jingle of vines starts shaking and moving. From the shadows, a big and terrifying figure emerges. It's like a giant spider. Oh, hell. No, it's Kane, but his body looks deformed, elongated, menacing. His multiple arms helped him crawl his way towards you three. Now that I got you all caught in my web, you are it. Ending. Left hanging. Wow. Okay. Well, apparently, I got the left hanging ending. Kane snapped, transformed Kinger and Pomni, and what he did to me, I have no clue. But that was a good game. That was a really, really good game. I liked it. I really did. Can't wait for the full release. So, if you all want to see me play the full release, leave a comment down below saying you do or you don't or whatever. And if you liked the video, click that like button down below. And also while you're down there, hit that subscribe button for you never miss another one of my videos again. And I'll see you all on the flip side. Bye!